Okay, I have to forgive the outfit. It's been really cold, heating's on, whatever. Anyway, we're coming into 2023 and I wish you all a very happy new year. I know that it's traditional as we hit New Year to make, you know, New Year's resolutions and whatever else, but I think what we really should be doing, instead of the normal losing weight, going on a diet, you know, stopping drinking, you know, things that like a lot of people can do, and well, a lot of people can do, and you know, majority of people don't stick to. Let's face it. You know, what we really need to be focusing on is the way we think and changing how we view ourselves and the way we view other people. I mean, obviously I can't tell people what to do or how to think or how to feel or, you know, any of that, but there's a reason that these toxic Beckys and these incels have such a platform. It's because people have no concept of, or no real courage to step away from the stereotypes and stand up for what's really right. So they're following them and just accepting everything they're saying. They have such high followings because they're so afraid to stand up and get ridiculed for it. But if enough people stand out and say, we're done, you're wrong, men and women are no different, they will have no platform. These Beckys will not be able to trash men. These incels will have no platform to devalue and demoralise women. Beckys will have no place to oppress men. The more people stand up and say, do you know what? Men are people too. They're human, just like us. Moving into 2023, and as we go through the year, instead of making these normal resolutions, you know, same old, year in, year out, we need to switch. We need to take off the rose-coloured glasses, and we need to see society for what it really is. Understand that there really isn't any place in the world for stereotypes anymore. And there really isn't any place to sexualise children anymore. And we all do it as parents. We all have. Don't dare tell me we don't. When we all have sons, the minute they're born, we all sit there and we go, oh my God, he's so cute. Oh, he's going to be such a little heartbreaker. All the girls are going to be after him. We all do it. All of us, even me. Me and my entire family, we've all done it when my son was born. And when my nephew was born, we did that. Yeah, we did. But anyone touches my son, anyone touches my nephew, it'll be the biggest mistake they'll ever make. They won't get laughed at. Absolutely no way anyone will laugh at them. Anyone dares laugh at them for being a victim. And it'll be the biggest mistake they ever make. I may not be able to move very fast. I mean, I really can't. I have days where my legs don't even work properly. They just don't. I mean, there are days when my feet don't even lift off the floor because, you know, physically impossible. But I will bring the full force of the law on whoever victimises my son or my nephew. And I will do the same whoever victimises my nieces or my sisters. You know, won't happen. Not on my watch. Nah. But my nieces, you see, they don't just have me in their corner. My sisters, right, and their dads, they go for them too. And I know for a while that if anything ever happened to my son and my nephew, the whole of my sisters and their dad and their husbands, they'll flock and they'll stand right behind me. You know, because that's what we do. Nobody harms and everybody believes. You don't victimise people in this family. Don't care what your gender is. You know, we are majority females, but we do have the boys and nobody harms them. We are a force to be reckoned with, always have been. But not everybody thinks the way we do. And it's time that the world changes. We are moving into a whole new era. We really are. And it's time to remove those stereotypes. It's time to stop overprotecting our children. In fact, we don't. We overprotect daughters and we over-sexualise our sons. And it's time to stop it. Because when you sit there and go, my son's going to have hundreds of girlfriends, rah, 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 and then you tell your daughter she's not allowed a boyfriend until she's 30, you end up in problems like in the whole of the Western world, teenage pregnancy is rampant. That's why these Beckys and these incels have such a high platform. But it takes two for these teenage pregnancies to happen. Not one, but it's the teenage boys that get screwed over, not the daughters, the sons that get screwed over. They get penalised, they get run out of town, they're the ones that get screamed, yelled and shouted at. And the daughters, they might get punished, they might get ousted from their families if they've disgraced them, but it's the sons that really get it in the neck. You know, it's time for society to change. It's time for equality to really start from the little ones right up to the adults. We've got to let children be children, stop sexualising the sons, stop overprotecting the daughters, start protecting both children, regardless of gender. Protect them all. Because your sons are victims too. How many male children have been victims of domestic abuse or sexual assault or anything and been laughed at or overlooked or ignored? The second your daughter is though, hellfire. So much hellfire goes off. It's time for everything to stop. It's time to protect both, all of them, right across the board, from the youngest to the oldest, regardless of gender, regardless of pronouns, regardless of your community. It is time we protect everybody. It's time to believe everybody. It's time to stop believing a woman the second she opens her mouth to speak. If she screams and shouts, I've been abused, I've been this, shut her mouth. Open an investigation. Before you penalise him, investigate it. Nothing gets done to that boy, that man, that person, whoever she's accusing. Nothing gets done to that person until the police have done a thorough investigation, have decided for themselves whether she's telling the truth or not. they have children, those children are removed from that environment, put somewhere else with other family members until that investigation is concluded. Because if she's crying whatever and she's making a false allegation because she's upset, she's not safe. She's not safe to be around those kids, but he is, or they are, so they can give the kids back to the other parent. If she is right and those allegations are true, then they can give the kids back to the brother and take him or them or whoever it is she's fed, But the time has come where everything has to be equal, and we have to take these stereotypes and we have to change the way we think, and we have to stop making the same promises and the same resolutions over and over again and ignoring everything else that's going on around us, when we could actually just make one resolution to change how we think. And instead of jumping to conclusions, we stop and go, do you know what? My resolution this year is to just pay attention to society and to make one change, to stop stereotyping and to make everything equal. If I have kids, to protect both of them, to protect my son, to protect my daughter equally, to believe my son and my daughter equally, to take the stereotypes and throw them away and just allow people to be people, regardless of whether that man or that child, that boy, is a vulnerable, flouncy, dancey, dramatic, kind of boy, or that girl is a tough, strong, kind of butch, wrestler, That's what needs to happen. That's what I believe needs to happen moving forward into 2023. But let me know your thoughts. Would be interesting to hear them. I'm going to let you all go because I'm going to go sit down and see if I can warm up a bit. Bye. Happy New Year.